What's going on, guys? It's Mason back with another Lightly Lorcana video. We've got to talk about this past weekend in Fort Smith, Lucky Llama, Lorcana Smackdown. Guys, I showed up to this event not even knowing what I was about to witness. A couple of my buddies from my local game store were up there playing in the tournament. We actually had about 8 or 9 people show up to compete. It was a lot of fun. 2 of them made top 16, so shout out to Steven and Mitchell getting it done for the Archangel squad. So I just showed up to watch because I was working there for the weekend, and they're like, yeah, Zan's here. And I'm like, Zan's here? I had no clue. Well, this all started a couple of days ago. Zan puts out this tweet saying he thinks he's figured out the format. Anybody that thinks they can stop him, show up to this giant tournament in Fort Smith. Some people would call this a 3K. I mean, they're giving out boxes, troves, and a PSA 10 Gem Mint Enchanted Elsa Spirit of Winter. This was a legit tournament. I think there was around 97, 100, something like that, players this weekend. So I got to meet Zan and talk to him for the first time. He was really chill, really nice. I asked what he was playing. He said Jafar Wheel Purple Steel, and I was like, okay, he must just be taking the weekend off or something, just here to fart around. I had no clue about the text, thinking he'd actually figured out the format. And so I'm thinking he's playing just the, same old usual Purple Steel. Obviously it's Zan. He's gonna come up with some innovation that breaks the game. So I started watching a couple of his matches, and oh my gosh, this deck is oppressive. It's not even like reliant on the wheel to win. I mean, obviously if you get it, it's a free like 7 lore. But this deck was honestly looking really solid, and I'm going out on a limb here, but I would honestly just call this more of a tempo deck than anything. Let's take a look at this list. So we're starting off with the 1-drops we all know and love. Diablo and Chernobog's Followers, just to make sure we get our cards back, replenish our hand after the first few turns of the game. Just keep the engine cranking. And then obviously the Robin Hood to set up the shift line later. Okay, and then our 2-drops, Jafar, basically just serves as a shift line. And then Mr. Smee, obviously probably best steel 2-drop in the game. I mean, you're getting a 3/3 2 quest. We don't have to talk about Mr. Smee, okay? Now this Jafar that gets evasive, I'm assuming he chose this one to include in the deck just to help deal with Diablos if the situation arises. Okay, and then the new Dual Ink Giant Cobra, crazy card, way overstatted, a 4/4 on turn 3 is just crazy. He does go away if you target him with anything, but I mean those stats for 3 ink is a killer deal. That's a bargain. Also, his ability, when you do need it in a pinch, an extra 2 lore is spicy. And you're wheeling anyway, so you're going to have extra cards. And then we've got Challenger Jafar for 3 ink. Not only does he give Challenger, but he also quests for 2. This is another body that you're getting on the board and questing with. Lots of 2-questers. Smee, Jafar, Genie, Robin Hood. So he can apply pressure that way if needed. Peak Games Referee, obviously a 4 here. Keeps your opponents from getting too much tempo from their own songs, okay? So you can play Pete on 3, protect your guys, and then maybe sing with him the next turn. Sing Friends, sing Strength, something like that. Genie, a 4 here. GD was super annoying to deal with throughout this tournament for most players, it looked like. Again, another card that replaces itself, and applying pressure for 2-questers, it just turns on the clock, man. Like, you have to find answers. The Robin Hood shift, okay, this card was putting in so much work. Let's talk about it. So you're shifting on 3, able to sing Whole New World to refill if you need it, okay? Also, it helps you keep the board clear, okay? He can sing Zeus. He's challenging and getting 2 lore. So where a lot of these cards we've talked about so far are to apply offensive pressure, apply questing pressure, Robin Hood is going to help you keep a thick boy on the board. He's hard to get rid of. He's sticky. He's also getting you lore while clearing their board, which is very important. You got to have some aspect of board control there. And then big boy 7-drop Jafar, Striking Illusionist, needs no explanation. You shift him for 5. If he's exerted, you draw a card, you get a lore. If he's exerted, you play Whole New World, you draw 7, you gain 7 lore. God forbid you get 2 of these down, and you're winning the game on 1 turn, basically. And he's evasive. Not only is he getting you that much lore, but he's evasive. Just so tough to deal with. Friends to draw, Strength, Along Came Zeus, A Whole New World. Now let's talk about the spiciest part of this deck. Holy moly. Guys, the lamp was popping off. The synergy this deck has after Genie was printed, this lamp is a problem. If you have a character named Jafar in play, draw 2 cards. If you have a character named Genie in play, return chosen character with cost 4 less to their player's hand. He's going to have both in play. So you have Jafar and you have Genie in play. You banish your lamp, boom, they lose tempo, you gain card advantage. And if you've got a Jafar exerted when you draw those cards, you get lore too. It's a triple whammy. I'm telling you, nobody was expecting these combos in this tournament. He was definitely the only person playing Jafar, but not only was he the only person playing Jafar, he brought the lamp spice. I mean, it was just a record. I'm not gonna lie, guys. This might be the new meta. This tempo is insane. It beat Blurple. It beat Green Steel. There's so much red, blue, ruby, amethyst this weekend. This deck went up against the tier 1s, okay? It's not like this was some scrub tournament. This is a 100-player tournament. Well done. Well done. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Be on the lookout for some purple steel Jafar wheel making its way back into Disney Lorcana. And this is the perfect timing to shake the entire meta up right before Set Champs. This season of Set Champs is just gonna be crazy. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.